What's up, guys? Season 6, Episode 2, Real Housewives of Potomac. We are going to get into it. I didn't do the first episode because it was literally the weekend of my birthday. So my birthday is July 10th, so it was just a lot going on. I was out of town, blah, 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 blah. But for my birthday, I did get, look what I got. I got a little microphone. So we are moving up. We got equipment now. We are official, okay? No more yelling. I'm still going to talk loud, but anyways. So season 6, episode 2, it continues with Karen and Gizelle still going at it. Sing, this, and that. Supposedly Sing is, or allegedly Sing was because Gizelle went into like some type of mental institution or something like that. So if you guys were following like kind of like some of the drama after last reunion and just like some of the stuff that was coming out online leading up into this season, like we heard that Gizelle supposedly or allegedly was in some mental institution after like the first beginning years of her dating Jamal when he was treating her like crap. So you got Karen and them going back and forth talking about Sing and everything else. And Wendy goes, can y'all stop? The chef is trying to introduce and tell you what's on the menu. So they still keep eating, right? And then Gizelle just got to keep going. She's like, what the fuck is Sing? What is Sing, Karen? So Karen just tries to like gloss over it. She doesn't really want to talk about it. And then I think she was saying something like, you wish death on Ray, Gizelle. You wish death on Ray. And Giselle's like, what the hell are you talking about, Karen? What are you talking about? She's like, 4 years ago, Karen. Now, Karen, come on. I root for you. But 4 years ago, you're dragging it now. So she's like, 4 years ago, you wish death on Ray. And she's like, I didn't wish death on Ray. So they do the flashback and you see Ray sitting down with Gizelle. And he's basically like, look, Gizelle, your looks are going to fade, so you need to settle down, find a man. So Gizelle basically said, like, Ray will be 6 feet under before her looks fade or whatever. So Karen was still pissed about that. Karen, you're pulling for strings. Like, you're my girl, Karen. I love you, but you're pulling for strings with this one. And I think Robin was like, Karen, why didn't you just say something to her in the beginning? Like, why didn't you Ben say something? She just went like that to Robin, like, this ain't your fight, Robin. Like, I know you up under Giselle's butt, but this is not your fight. And Robin just sat there and ate her food. But they're still going back and forth. And then I think Mia chimes in like, I just want to say Gizelle is showing a good, I'm a good judge of character. Gizelle has a good heart. And they're looking like, and Karen goes, yeah, I was smitten by Gizelle too when she first came around. And yeah, give her some time. She'll come back and she'll bite you. So they continue their dinner. Wendy makes them all eat a titty cupcake. She finally stands up, shows her butt. She got her butt done. And mind you, remember how Mia ran down that whole laundry list of all the surgeries and everything she got done. So Mia's like in her confessional, like, okay, Wendy, so you basically just confessed to getting more than just your boobs done because I just did. But Wendy was kind of saying that she wanted it to like slowly reveal everything throughout the night, and she wanted it to be her on her own terms. But girl, you're already there now. Tell us what you got. Let's enjoy the party. Anyways, so that's that. Let's carry on. We flash to Mia. Mia is juggling like motherhood and being a wife, being a boss, entrepreneur, business owner, all that good stuff, right? So they show Mia's house. She has a big house. We meet her husband, G. Later on in the episode, we find out that Mia's husband's name is Gene, but he goes by G. So we meet Mia's husband, G. He's in the house. He's 63, y'all. Is he 63 or 68? He is up there in age, but they have a 3-year-old daughter, they have a son, and then they have like a 13-year-old. Mia has a 13-year-old from her previous marriage. So you just see them around the house. They're making cupcakes with the little girl. And then the dad, or Mia's husband, G, is kind of like, I got it, handle the conference call and I'll make the cupcakes. So they have some type of business going on where they own like chiropractor or whatever. She was on FaceTime, but I'm going to say conference call just because it's just to get the bigger picture. So Mia was trying to take the conference call, but at the same time, she's in the kitchen trying to help their 3-year-old daughter make cupcakes. So you got that going on, and then her husband's like, I got it, like, Mia, figure which one you want to do. You want to take the conference call, you want to help her with the cupcakes? And she's like, look, I am a boss, I can do everything and let me handle it. I'm gonna mix these cupcakes and I'm gonna take this phone call, right? So you just see them kind of going back and forth, and she just was basically saying that her husband is now retired and she took over the business. So now her husband kind of takes the back seat and she kind of, you know. So that's that. And then their daughter starts crying about sprinkles. So they're trying to like help the daughter make sprinkles. And the daughter, they're like, we don't have sprinkles, baby. So she's crying and having a little hissy fit, and she like runs off. And Mia goes after, well, the husband goes to go after her. G tries to go after the little daughter. And Mia's like, I got it. And it's like, Mia, why don't you let your husband go do that, tend to the daughter, while you either finish up the cupcakes or, now that frees up some time for you to take another phone call, or I can't remember if the phone call was done by then. But yeah, the little girl was crying because there wasn't no damn sprinkles. Look, growing up, if you ain't no sprinkles, if it wasn't no sprinkles, my mom would have been like, get your ass back in here and make these cupcakes or you ain't getting none. Sprinkles or not, and you better make them damn cupcakes or you won't get none, okay? Like, I never got that, how parents kind of like coddle and chase after like their baby like that. And she's like, it's okay, baby, we just don't have any sprinkles. And it's like, look, but she's 3, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little too like harsh. So then we bounce to Candace. Candace is on set. Candace is acting. She has like some type of role where she's playing like a stepmom. So that's kind of similar to kind of what she's dealing with now. So I guess that role kind of hits close to home and everything. So she's just juggling that. She goes off set and she FaceTimes Chris. And she's just talking to Chris about, what the hell was she even talking to Chris about? I don't remember. But she's talking to Chris, and they were just basically talking about, they segue into how Chris is now her manager, and Chris has no type of like managerial like type of skills at all, but he's just going to be managing Candace because he sold his restaurant, he has a bunch of free time, and so she's trying to act. Candace wants to do music. So that was that. They weren't really talking about anything much. So then we flash to Ashley. Ashley's in her house. One thing that bothers me, like every time it's a scene with Ashley, or we're at Ashley's house, it's like we're always like stuck in this little corner. Like it looks like she lives in like this awkwardly built penthouse, and you always see like these beams and boulders going through the house. But then it's like they're always in like this little weird corner. Like you never really see like the layout of their house. Like, do you ever see them cooking? Like, do you ever see like the hallway that leads to their bedroom? Like, how many bedrooms, how many baths are in that house? Like, I always feel like we just get this little like tiny piece of Ashley's house, and it never looks. Well, I know she has kids and stuff now, but it just never looks like up to par or anything. I don't know. Even when they had her baby shower last year, remember when they had like Charisse and Monique and everybody came, and Monique ended up storming out? It was like they were like all kind of like put in this little corner, and like they were filming in this corner. I'm like, what does Ashley's house look like? I don't know. That's just the extraness in me. Like I'm like looking to see like, what does Ashley's house look like, right? Like I feel like, and even like we never get, maybe I should tune into the first season because I never watched it from the first season, but I'm like, what does Ashley's house look like? I want to see the master bathroom. I want to see the bedroom. I want to see the walk-in closet. Like we always get this little like, okay, and you see they got this big open like view window. So Ashley's just talking to her mom about, the nanny that she has, and how, she's slowly introducing a new nanny so that when the second baby comes, both of her kids can be, used to her. And then the mom starts asking like, are you okay with having like this type of like nanny at the house? And how does Michael feel? And is Michael attract? And she's like, that's not what I'm thinking of. I was just more concerned about if she was going to be a right fit, like if she was going to be a good nanny. So then they start talking about like sex and everything. And she told her mom basically like, look, mom, I got 2 holes. I got more than 1 hole, and we make it work. And y'all can use your imagination, but I bet you Michael is having a ball with that other hole they're using, okay? It's like, allegedly. I don't know. I'm just running with the jokes, okay? I don't know. But Ashley said that she has more than 1 hole. They make it work. Sometimes she'll lay on her side. Sometimes, she'll do what they got to do, okay? She said, I have more than 1 hole. So they putting it in the booty hole. That was kind of weird, though. She's like talking to her mom about that, but okay. So then you got Gizelle and Robin together. Robin is pulling up to Gizelle's rancher, her little farmhouse. And Gizelle's house looks a mess. But Robin's pulling up and she's in a Kia. And I'm like, why the hell is she in a Kia? Like, no opulence, no type of glamour, no anything. Like, why are you in a Kia, Robin? Like, I know Robin normally, or like the first couple episodes, they were showing her driving a Range Rover, and I think someone said like on like another YouTube video that Robin posted on her story that she was renting a car, or her car was in the shop, so she's renting the Kia. Like, really, like if you go to the Beverly Hills Housewives, they would have never rented a Kia. It's just like, no, I don't know. And then you got Gizelle driving that damn Fiat, that Gucci printed Fiat. She got the Gucci seats, Gucci, tacky, 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 tacky. So anyway, Robin goes over and she goes to visit Gizelle, and Gizelle's showing her the West Wing, so she's giving her a tour. Robin hasn't been to Gizelle's house since the whole pandemic and everything's going on. And the inside of Gizelle's house looks nice, at least the West Wing. I remember seeing like the house, like the living room, the kitchen, that looked a mess. Her kitchen, she had a white microwave, white refrigerator, white countertops. She had like pink furniture with checkered vases, like some Alice in Wonderland type stuff, like some Tea Party Alice in Wonderland. It looked a mess. But Gizelle was showing Robin just the West Wing area and giving her a tour, and it looks nice. It looks nice. Her closet is big. She has a nice bathroom. And Robin goes in the confessional like, the West Wing, her house looks very nice, but the outside is terrible. The painting is terrible. I'm like, thank God, Robin. Like, thank you. At least somebody's telling her. I think also too, sometimes like when you hear, what's the word, like constructive criticism or criticism from people who you're cool with or you're friends with or your family with, people that you love that's in your circle, you kind of, instead of it going in one ear and out the other, it registers more. So maybe it coming from Robin, she'll kind of understand that, you know, people just aren't hating on you, Gizelle, or people aren't just trying to crack jokes on you. Like, you are a little tacky, and with all the money you're bringing in every year, like, I'm pretty sure Gizelle is probably one of the highest paid housewives as well too, because she's kind of like the face of Potomac. All the money that Gizelle is making, like, girl, go get a designer, go get an interior designer, go get a decorator, go get somebody to help you out, because you going to Home Goods on your own is not working, Gizelle. Please stop, please. So Robin and Gizelle, they're just at Gizelle's house. They're talking. After they toured the house, they FaceTime Candace. I don't know what Candace was doing. I think Candace was home doing something for homework or something. But they FaceTimed her, kind of gave her a little rundown of what happened at Wendy's nude event. And Candace kind of just basically, reiterates that, she's not really feeling Karen like that. Gizelle gives her 2 cents, like, I'm not talking to Karen until she apologizes to me. Until she apologizes, what does she need to apologize for? Y'all both were going back and forth with each other. Why is she gonna apologize to you, Gizelle? And then Robin's just kind of like on the same boat. I can understand where Robin's coming from, because Karen kind of did, like, even when the dust settles, is like, I feel like Karen kind of just kicked it up again. And even if Karen and Robin were good, Karen making that little statement at dinner, she told Robin, and when are you getting married? When are you getting married? Because I'm getting married soon and I have a real relationship. And just was kind of just being like real nasty to Robin. Just because Robin kind of chimed in. But I mean, they were all at the dinner table at Wendy's house. Like, everyone kind of gave their 2 cents. But so Gizelle and Robin, they're both kind of like, Karen's on our shit list. Like, we don't really care about her. And I did kind of like give Karen the side eye. Like, you didn't have to come down on Robin like that. Like, So that was that. Where else were we going? So then we flash to Karen. So Karen and Ray, they are just around the house, and Karen's basically talking about how she wants to do this love lunch. So it's like around Valentine's Day, or maybe a week or two. It's in February, I'm guessing, because Ray mentions Valentine's Day and having all the couples over. So she's just basically saying how she wants to have a love lunch, and that'll be a way to, for all the couples and everyone to get together, bond, housewife stuff, group events. So Ray's off for it. Yeah, that's great. So it's almost Valentine's Day. So Karen says it's an open invite. It's going to be a reset. She wants to invite everybody. But I also feel like, Karen, you are probably trying to like kiss up to a lot of them, because you already know that you kind of shitted on Robin. You know that Gizelle ain't really feeling you like that. Candace, you and Candace aren't the friendship's not done, but you know that you guys are rocky. You and Ashley are good. And then who else is going to come? And then you got Mia, and then I think you and Wendy, for the most part, are on good terms. Wendy invited you to her event, so you can invite Wendy to your event. Fine, cool. So she just says she wants to have a love lunch, and she also says that she kind of regrets going in so hard on Gizelle, which, I mean, I don't really blame her. I don't really blame her. But I do think that if Gizelle kind of had like some mental type of things going on, then maybe it's not something to really poke at. But I think the whole like coochie this and sex this and like dried up this and that, that's kind of old. Like they do that a lot on like the Atlanta Housewives too. Like they don't really have much to argue about. So they're like talking about each other's like, you're a whore, you're this, you're that. So I mean, the whole Sing Sing thing, the mental institution, like that, while mental health is not anything to laugh at or joke about, but I think just like Gizelle just always walks around like, you know, with her nose in the air. And I feel like, Karen, if you're going to say it, just say it. But she said that she kind of regrets it or whatever. And she wants this love lunch to be like a reset and open invite for everyone to come. Raise off for it. So then we flash to Wendy. Wendy's having dinner with her family, and they're cooking some good Nigerian food. Is that where Wendy's from? Nigeria? They're cooking some good Nigerian food. I love me just like some Caribbean, or just like I just love like the rice and the platanos, the plantains, tostones, the chicken, the jerk chicken, the rice and beans. I love all that stuff. The Caribbean food, I love it. So Wendy's eating with her family. Her mom comes over, her sister comes over, and Wendy's mom was like, I want a boob job. And Wendy's like, what? Wendy and her sister are like, what? You want a boob job? She's like, yeah, I want a boob job, and y'all gonna pay for it. Talking about Wendy and her sister's gonna pay for it. And they're like, really, mom? She's like, yep, y'all gonna pay for it. And if you don't pay for it, I'm gonna sue y'all. She was kind of like joking about it, but she was like, yeah, I want, and she's like, Wendy, if you gonna get your stuff done, I want mine done too then. Like, send me to your doctor. Like, so that was kind of funny. And then Wendy kind of tells her family, you know how Wendy has been with like her mom and her career choices and the different paths she wants to take in life as an adult. After she's already accomplished a lot, like Wendy has accomplished a lot, but she still feels like she has to live up to her mom's expectations and everything. So they were having dinner, and she finally told her mom, like, Mom, look, I kind of want to leave. What was she saying? She wants to leave the university, or she wants to stop teaching or giving whatever she's doing. And she's like, I want to open my own business, my own essential business. So that's like what, candles and the I guess it would be like the essential oils and the humidifiers. Like she wants to do all that stuff. So like the candles and all that stuff. And I'm like, didn't somebody else do that? Doesn't Monique have a essential oil line and everything else that she has going on? But anyways, so Wendy's mom is just like, okay, like if you want to do that, I go ahead. Like, you know, like you have, she didn't say this, but she was like, you have my blessings, basically. Like, you know, I'm proud. You both of you have done a lot. Both of my daughters have done a lot. I'm proud of you. So now, like whatever career choice or whatever you guys choose to take, I'll support you. To be honest, I think Wendy's mom is just realizing like, okay, girl, you on TV, you're making some money, like kind of giving me like Mama Joyce vibes a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as you kind of bringing her around, letting her be on TV, give her a little bit of the spotlight, maybe, you know, pay some of her bills or get her boob job, she'll be fine. And I think also too, Wendy is accomplished, but I think too, like, Wendy's mom kind of gives me like that Mama Joyce, like they get happy to be in front of the camera, which I mean, like everybody kind of would be, but I feel like her mom is kind of like, oh, you want to start an essential oil line? Go ahead. You're already on TV, girl. Go ahead. Like, so I feel like her mom doesn't really, you know, like, and if her mom goes back to Africa or goes back to their country and they try to pop off and say something about Wendy, she's like, look, my daughter's on TV making money. I don't care. So I feel like that's where her mom's just kind of like, yeah, you want to start a line? Go ahead. Do it. Go ahead. What else? Let me flip my card. So then Karen goes to Ashley's house, right? So Ashley's just sitting there. She's on the phone with, I don't know who she's on the phone with, but they're talking about the placenta and eating it and making it into pills and everything. So Karen kind of walks in on that, and Karen's like, what? You wanna eat your placenta, girl? Like, what are you? Karen's old school. There's so much science and so much, you know, medicine and everything that's developing nowadays. Like, that is the thing to do. Like, people are what are you, like, freeze dry the placenta? So the reason for Karen going over to Ashley's house was to invite her to the love lunch, and you know, they kind of talked a little bit, and she basically was just saying like, you know, it's a reset for us these last couple years. Well, the first beginning years wasn't always good for us, but I think like the last 2 to 3 years, Karen and Ashley have been good, on good terms. She also said, like, you know, I want you to come to the love lunch. Michael's invited too. And, you know, if I'm extending the olive branch to you, Ashley, then I'm going to extend it to your husband as well. Because if I'm trying to build a better relationship with you, then, you know, Michael, you guys are a package deal, basically. So Ashley is just like appreciative of that. She's thanking Karen, like, oh, thank you. So Gizelle's having dinner with her daughters, right? So she's just like basically telling them, well, they were talking about dating. They were talking about her oldest daughter, Grace, failed her driving permit test like 2 or 3 times now. So she's going to go take it again for the 3rd time. And what else were they talking about? And the girls are supposedly going to be going off to college soon. So Gizelle's like, I just want to let you know, like, y'all can't date. Don't be dating these bad boys and this and that. And their daughters are like, I'm going to date whoever I want to date. Her daughter Grace is like, no, I'm going to date who I want to date. She kind of reminds me of Riley a little bit, like Riley and Candy, like that tight teeth, like, you know, kind of like talking through closed lips. Like her daughter's very like, oh, no, yeah. Like, no, I'm gonna date who I want to date. Like, why? So I'm just like, she kind of reminds me of Riley. Like, you gotta kind of like put your ear closed to hear what the hell they're saying, right? So she's just basically going down, telling him about some lover she had in college and how he was a basketball player. Gizelle was, and some lover she had in college, how he was a basketball player. He blew his knee out, and she basically said she couldn't deal with the depression and the ups and downs of dating him because he was a basketball player and he couldn't play anymore. He got injured, and her daughters were like, "Mom, like, if that was your dude, you're supposed to be there for him and love him." And you know, her daughters, who are teenagers, are giving her advice on how to date and how to be a partner and a girlfriend or whatever. And they're like, you're just not very good at that. Or you're just not good at just being there and being emotional. What they say, emotionally supportive, or being that good emotional support somebody needs in a relationship. So that's that. Where's my flashcard? She wasn't talking with her daughters about nothing. I'm like, Gizelle, who do you expect them to date? A pastor? Is that who they're supposed to date? Somebody like Jamal? Okay. So we flash to Karen's house. Now is the love lunch, but then they're kind of like running down, like, okay, they're showing Karen, you know, getting ready with her chef and just, you know, the last minute touches before the event starts. And I think she was talking to Ray. She was like, Candace RSVP'd, Wendy's coming, Mia's coming. Did I say Candy or Candace? Candace RSVP, Wendy's coming, Mia's coming. Ashley's going to be there. And then she said, I extended the invite to Robin and Gizelle. Hopefully they come. I don't know. And then they do like a little flashback scene of like around the time I guess they all got their invites of Gizelle. Like, what the hell is this? She can go to hell. I'm not going to this damn event. And then you see Robin and Juan opening their gift on the front porch. And Juan is like, you can count me out. Like, I'm not going. And of course Juan isn't going to want to go. Robin probably ran back and told him, you know, what what Karen was saying at Wendy's nude event when Robin tried to chime in, and she's like, when are you getting married, Robin? What about you? Because I have a real relationship. I'm renewing my vows. When are you getting married? And Robin was like, after COVID. And she's like, after COVID, okay. So then Karen's talking crap in her confessional too, about Robin not getting married. She's like, Robin, you need to hurry up and marry this man before he takes the ring back to the pawn shop. So I don't blame Robin for not coming to this event. Fast forward, I don't blame Robin for not wanting to come to this event, but also too, if Gizelle's not coming, Robin's not gonna go. But also too, like, I don't even want to say that but then again, I think so, because what if Gizelle probably calls her like, girl, you going? You know how you do with your friends, like, girl, you going? Or yo, bro, you gonna go? Like, who all gonna be there, type of thing. So I feel like if Gizelle probably would have called her like, can you just go with me? Like, cause I don't feel like. Then Robin probably would have gone. But they both not gonna go. But they already probably talked about that when they were at when they kind of toured the West Wing. They probably already talked about that, and when they FaceTime Candace and everything, they probably like, did you get that damn invitation? Yeah, girl, I got it. I ain't going to that bitch's house either. But she gave them what's the chocolates? The Ferrero, I can't even say it. Ferrero Rochers, you know, the little chocolate balls with the broken up hazelnut almond pieces on the outside. Those are so good. I hated them when I was younger. I didn't like them at first. But like now that I got older, like I guess my taste buds kind of matured, and I don't know. I really love Ferrero Rochers. And Ashley was hyped to get the box too, her pregnant ass. She was hyped like, oh, Ferreros, I love them. I think she might have opened one too. And then I'm kind of jumping all around now too, but when they were kind of giving all the invitations out, Candace was coming back from wherever she was coming back from, and her stepdaughter was on the porch or greeted her at the door, and gave her the invitation too. And she was like, I don't even want to go to this. And she lets her stepdaughter eat some of the chocolate. So anyway, let's fast forward back to where we were at. So Karen and Ray are getting ready for the lovers' lunch or whatever that they're going to do. Karen's running around doing the last minute touches, and Karen's just kind of like running through with Ray who is all going to come, like all the ladies and husbands that are going to come. So you get Mia arrives first, Mia and her husband Gordon, but he likes to go by G. So they get there first, and Mia's like, "This is my husband G." And they're like, what does that mean? Or no, this is my husband Gordon, but those who love him go call him G. So I think Raymond, Raymond is such an old, like, he always got to give them corny little jokes, those corny dad jokes. I think Ray was like, well, my name's Raymond, but you can call me Ray. Like, everyone who loves me calls me Ray, like, type of thing. So Mia and her husband get there first, and Karen was saying how she likes how Mia's husband has a bald head, and you know how Ray got the struggle fuzz all around his head, the gray struggle peach fuzz all over his head. She's like, I wish Ray would do the same thing and cut his hair off. I honestly think, like, not even trying to be like weird or disrespectful. I think because we also kind of like play a game later on in the show too. I think Karen, low key, like, I could see Karen being attracted to Mia's husband. Kind of looks like Ray a little more, like he has a little bit more of like he's a little more handsome than Ray, and a little more, the beard's cut, and he probably wears a little more fitted clothes and probably has better smelling colognes and everything. He has a little more swag. I'm saying all this stuff except for swag. He has a lot more swag. He carries himself, So Karen's like, I wish Ray would cut his hair off like G would, like, come on over to the other side, Ray. She was saying. Who gets there next? Who gets there after? Then Wendy and Eddie gets there. Wendy's kind of walking through, giving everybody a hug. She gives me a little fake hug. They all introduce. Who gets there next? Who got there next? I want to say Ashley got there next. Then Ashley gets there. So they're all just kind of sitting there. They're introducing each other because I don't think Ashley hasn't met like the husbands yet, and then Wendy and Eddie haven't met Mia's husband yet. So that's that. And then you get Candace dramatic ass getting there last. She's kind of getting out the car like, oh my God, like, I'm just going to go. And she's saying, like, in her confessional, like, I'm going to go. This is the olive branch. And, I don't have time to keep going back and forth with Karen. And, I just want to just kind of just let things go. And, I'm going to just move forward in our relationship. And I don't have the energy to just keep arguing with her all the time. So she gets to Karen's house, but she's just getting out the car, and she just seems like Candace just seems like she just needs a lot of just like coddling, and like every little, like, you can't do nothing without doing something for her. Like, everything just like, so that's that. I don't know, just from like the remarks she's making as she's getting out the car, just like, and you can't, I guess Chris had to pick her up and carry her to the front door. Anyways, so she gets there, she walks in, and Karen comes and greets her at the door, and they hug each other. And Candace kind of breaks the ice and tells Karen, like, I would love for you to come to the house and see the new house. And, Karen's trying with Candace. So she's like, oh my God, yes, I'll come. Yes. Are you inviting me to the new place? And Candace is like, yes. I'm like, I'll invite you to my house too, bitch, to flex on you. And, you want to talk shit and we got beef. Yeah, come to my brand new, big, spanking, brand new mansion. But no, Candace is just trying to, like, again, like, she's like, if Karen can invite me to her house, I'll do the same. So they're trying. I'll give them that. They both are trying. So Candace walks in. She barely pays Ashley any mind. Her and Ashley just don't mess. She's like, hey, hi, like, just real quick. She finally sees Wendy in person, so she's able to, like, oh, look at your bud, and she's squeezing Wendy's bud and everything. And she finally meets Mia. So Mia's so nice. Mia's like, you must be Candace. I didn't get to meet you the other day at Wendy's house or whatever. So they meet, and the ladies all just kind of sit down just to, I guess, kind of catch up. The guys are in another room. And Candace goes, so what happened with the event last week or at Wendy's house? Like, I missed it. What happened? I heard there was a scuffle. Like, what was going on? And they kind of start getting into it. And then Karen goes, I don't want to talk about that. We're here for a lover's lunch and this and that. But then, of course, we're watching the show. You got to fill Candace in. So Candace basically, Karen tells Candace, like, I'm not feeling Gizelle because Gizelle told Ray that she wished death on Ray. Karen, she did not wish death on him. She just told him, like you're gonna be dead before this. Like, it was just like, I don't know. I also too feel like the way Ray might have said it is kind of like, what you mean? Like, my looks gonna fade and this and that. So I think she just was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everyone kind of says that, but I think because of Ray's age. Well, I just think it's the history in general. Ray is an older man, but also too, like, that has been like a running thing, like Ray's age and Karen and Ray's sex life, because they're in their 50s and 60s, or Ray might even be in his 70s. So that's been like a running joke. So I guess it kind of just, it was a touchy comment to make too. Like, I guess it just hit a soft spot, because I don't know, like, you'll be dead and gone by the time my looks fade. It wasn't that big of a deal. Even at Wendy's house, rewind, Karen finally was like, because I think Gizelle was like, what is your issue with me? So then Karen was like, you said that, Ray, you wish death on my husband. And Gizelle was like, Karen, shut the hell up. I did not wish no death on Ray. Like, I said the looks will, she didn't even say that, but she was like, shut the hell up, Karen. Gizelle said that his looks will fade before, her looks won't, by the time her looks fade, Ray will be 6 feet under with a tombstone, okay? So that was that, but they kind of like, Karen kind of tries to like segue out of it. Like, I don't want to talk about her. I don't want to talk about this or that. Like, I don't want to talk about her. But then Mia chimes in. So then Mia's like, and to be honest, Karen, you're a boss. Like, you are a boss. So then here comes Wendy. Wendy's salivating. Wendy's just wanting to get at Mia for anything. She's been fucking riding Mia for like these last 2 episodes. So she's like, but you just asked for Gizelle's number though, Mia. So why are you even... And Mia was like, yeah, because I was trying to break the ice and, you know, just enlighten the mood. So she's like, yeah, but you're still not, you're like kind of beating around the bush. Like, you got Gizelle's number. You were all hyped to get Gizelle's number, but you saw the back and forth that her and Karen were going through. You came to my house with Karen. So why were you so hyped to get Gizelle's number? But then at the same time, now you're questioning her character. So then Mia just was saying, she was like, well, I'm doing with you what you should have did, Wendy, and I was just trying to lighten the mood and everything. She's like, but now that more and more is coming out, I am starting to question Gizelle's character. But Wendy still keeps going. She's like, yeah, but you still got her number. Like, you still asked for her number. And then Ashley chimes in, like, yeah, I don't understand why. And Mia's like, why are y'all so like hype on me right now when I am Karen's girl? Like, I'm here through Karen. Karen didn't even care. So why are y'all so hype? And they're like, I guess we're just so hyped because like, where's your loyalty, so to speak? Like, but I think just as a viewer, I didn't really see anything wrong with it. But then also too, like, Mia is just trying to get to know everyone in the group. So I don't understand, like, why is, like, we're watching the show here, like, Mia's just trying to make connections with everybody. But I do understand, like, maybe by the second event or something, maybe Mia could have, but who knows, maybe they already knew, like, Mia, we want you on the show, like, get in there and go in there with a bang. So maybe Mia probably was moving accordingly. Mia probably already knew, like, look, I know that I'm going to be on this show. Like, I know it. But just like realistically, like, if I was to try to act like, if we were to try not act like, but if we were to like look at this group as if they were like real girlfriends, like outside off of a show, I don't see what the issue would be. Like, as Wendy or Ashley, like, if Mia's trying to get Gizelle's number, and for the most part, you know, Wendy, you and Gizelle have a good relationship. Ashley, you and Gizelle don't have any beef. So it's like, if that's your girlfriend, if Gizelle's supposed to be your girl, and you got another new person coming in trying to get to know them, if anything, you would be like, oh yeah, Gizelle's a good person, like, get to know her, this and that. Like, y'all like, but why are you trying to do this and why are you trying to do that? You Karen's girl. Like, at the end of the day, you guys are all one circle. You guys are all friends. So Mia trying to get acquaintance, you know, with everyone, like, who cares? Like, why are you guys making it like a thing? Like, as if like Gizelle is just this random person, stand. But I think at the same time, Karen already kind of knows the deal. Like, she knows that Mia was coming on to the show. So I think Karen, that's probably why Karen wasn't really like, yo. But I also think too, like, the dynamic of Karen and Mia, you can tell they get along, and I think that probably could have been an argument, but I don't even think Karen really wanted. I don't think Karen wants to go there with Mia. Like, it's fine. Like, Karen has a little ally on the show and everything like that, and I think, you know, Ray and G will get along good. So I don't think Karen wants to disturb that. So she kind of just let Mia kind of do her thing with the group. So Mia and Wendy keep going back and forth. I don't even remember exactly what they were kind of like going back and forth about, but basically Wendy's just calling Mia like, so you're fake. Like you're fake. She wasn't saying that, but I'm summarizing here, paraphrasing, summarizing. So she's like, so basically you're fake. Like you're supposed to be Karen's girl, but you're over here. And she's like, why do you care so much, Wendy? Like mind your bit. Like why do you care? And Wendy's like, I don't understand why you got so much bass in your voice. Why are you getting so hyped? Like we're not coming for you, Mia. We're just trying to figure you out. We're not coming for you. And Mia's just like, well, why are you coming for me? Like mind your business. So here goes Wendy, get your hand out of my face. And Mia's like, what are you gonna do about it? Like my hands are in your face. What are you gonna do about it? And then Candace and Ashley, they just sitting there eating it up. Like you see Candace turning her head like, ooh, well, okay, all right. And then you see Ashley just sitting there eating her food, all pregnant, and Karen's just sitting there like, okay, Mia, get them together, get her together. Like this is not my fight. Like Karen just stayed out of it. But Wendy's looking all like shocked that Mia's standing up for herself, and it's like, why are you doing all that, Wendy? Why are you so hype? Like, and also too, like back at Wendy's house when she had the nude event, it's like, oh, I didn't get all that done. Okay. But then once Mia kind of ran down what she did, now you had the courage to get up and like, I got my butt done too. And Mia was like, okay, Wendy, you're very insecure. Like once I said what I got done, now you want to share what you got done. Okay, Wendy. So that's that. They move over to play the game with the guys. So they all get together, get their little dry erase clipboards and everything. And they're just basically playing like cute little like couples games. How well do you know each other? Like where's the best place we had sex at? How did we meet? But then another little part of the game that they did that was kind of funny was they asked the husbands which housewife in the group would the husband be more like the most attracted to. So Candace said Chris would be attracted to Gizelle, or did she say Gizelle or Mia? I think Candace said that Chris would be attracted to Gizelle or Mia. Mia said her husband would be more attracted to Karen, which I see that. Like I said, I see that. Like even just Karen was kind of like, ooh, like shave your head bald, and he's a nice looking bald man. So I see that as well. And then you got Wendy. Wendy was being so lame this episode. So Eddie goes to put NA, non-applicable or applicable, whatever you want to call it. But it looks like he wrote Mia, so it's like N/A. So then Wendy's looking at his clipboard like, what does that say? What does that say? She's like, you need to erase that and rewrite that because it looks like it says something else. And he's like, what does it look like it says? And she's like, it looks like it says Mia on it. So he like erases it and like, I think he ended up writing like none or something. I don't know. So they flip their clipboards over and they're like, Wendy, who would Eddie be most attracted to? And they're like, none. We won. And it's like, girl, you literally just sat there and like pulled him by his ear and made sure he didn't say nobody else's name. Like, boo, no fun. Like, but at the same time, I'm like, that is kind of weird. Like, I wouldn't even want to know. Like, if I was friends with somebody, I wouldn't even really want to know. Like, especially if you got like couples around. Like, I wouldn't even want like, I wouldn't even want that. I wouldn't even want, I don't, like, right? Isn't that kind of weird? Or do you think it's just kind of funny? Like, I guess, but I think too that's the cute and fun and mature and, you know, thing about it is that you guys can just be mature and just let the game be the game. But that was that. So they played the game. Am I missing anything? They played the game. Everyone answered the questions all, like, you know, correctly. And what happens next episode? I don't even know what happens next episode. But I know that they're going to now introduce Robin's friend, Escala. I know you guys probably been seeing her like in like a lot of the promo shoots, and I know they just did like a Bravo for the first episode. They did like a Bravo promo event like at the harbor last week, and you saw her posing in a lot of the pictures. So she's going to be introduced through Robin. Even though I don't even think they're really like friends like that. She's going to be introduced through Robin. But like when I was seeing like a lot of the clips and everything online, it low-key looked like she was more so Candace's friend. And I even know that I think Candace even said like something about her, like, you're going to meet another housewife. Like Candace said something in one of the promo things, like, you're going to meet another housewife. Like viewers are going to meet another housewife. Her name is Escala. And she's, you know, she's as good for the show, basically, like positive things about her. And that's that. I don't even remember what happened in the next trailer. But that was the season 6, episode 2. I watched the episode twice on my phone, but one it was at work, so I kind of was more so like listening to it. But yeah, the season is good. I wish Karen and Gizelle weren't arguing about like hot boxes and everything. Like we have something like more of substance, something more. I think Gizelle's is more so embarrassed. Gizelle's like, I'm gonna tell your truth. I'm gonna tell your drunk truth. I'm gonna tell you this and that. So like now you're just pulling for strings. You're pulling for just nothing's really there. Either like don't be friends or try to piece it up and just let it go. But I think Gizelle's just more so too embarrassed. But oh, that's what I was saying. Gizelle was on Watch What Happens Live, so she had on a nice outfit. She had on a nude outfit. Kind of looked like something that she should have worn to Wendy's event. Like her hair was done nice. Her makeup looked great. The only thing was the shoes were a little off, but it was like one of those tight spandexy, is that the word? But it was like, you know, those reflective, like plasticky, like type of looking, you know, bodysuit, body dress things. Like it looks like you're literally wrapped in like plastic. She looked nice. It was like a long sleeve dress. She looked very beautiful, by the way. And she just basically said that she went to Watch What Happens Live, and she said that a lot of the stuff that Monique said at the reunion brought her and Jamal closer. Okay. Another thing that I didn't mention too was Robin was saying that because Robin and Gizelle were talking about her relationship with Jamal when she went to go see The West Wing, and Gizelle and Robin just was basically saying like she wasn't here for the relationship with Jamal. Like she wasn't really here for it. She also feels like, you know, like Gizelle's blaming the breakup on the pandemic, but she's like, you guys were still like in that stage of trying to get to know each other and, you know, just figuring out if it works. But she was like, also too, like you guys spend so much time apart that you realize that it's just not working. Like you guys are already spent so much time apart already as it is. And the fact that Gizelle's already like, I'm just better off alone. I'm just going to figure it out on my own. And just, you know, I think Robin just was like, look, girl, see, you're like, that's not a relationship. Like majority of your relationship, you guys are separated. Like maybe that's a sign. Like let it go. So that was that, but Gizelle was on Watch What Happens Live, and she just basically said like the stuff in Monique's binder brought them together because they were able to like talk about it and everything. And she was like, and a lot of stuff that Monique said wasn't anything new, wasn't anything that we didn't already know or overcome. So Andy was like, so then what did Jamal talk to you about then? Like, and she was like, no, we just basically just talked to each other about like, what did she say? She just basically said that her and Jamal were able to just like kind of just like laugh about it more and just get like more of an understanding. Like it wasn't anything, not laugh about it, but kind of just, she said it brought them closer together because they knew the deal. Like it kind of like made them defend each other even more because it was like everything that Monique was bringing up was old news. It's just that the world, like, you know, viewers and a lot of people probably didn't know it as much. But Andy just was like, oh, okay. But it's like, whatever, Gizelle. Like, the only thing is Gizelle's not going to look stupid because she already did it in the first beginning seasons, like talked about how bad of a guy Jamal was and how he cheated on her. And she even said that Jamal is a cheater, pumpkin eater. And then she took him back. So she's not going to be like, I just realized he just wasn't a fit for me, this and that. They're gonna blame it on everything else because she's not gonna look like he made her look like a fool. Viewers already feel like Gizelle looks like a fool. But she's not gonna say that. She's gonna make it seem like, yeah, we just shook hands and agreed that just it's not gonna work and we just love each other. No, that's not. Anyways, that was the Real Housewives of Potomac season 6, episode 2. I'm gonna be consistent with these episodes. I missed the first episode, but that's okay. And yeah, I will see you guys later in the next video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Please like the video. And I'll see you guys next time.